Hi y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a 1920s Christmas unboxing. I've kind of combined the 19 teens and the 1920s into one unboxing as we run out of time before Christmas, but also World War I has a huge impact on the Edwardian Christmas, and it's just kind of an overall patriotic, put flags on your tree and be as patriotic as possible. So there's not a whole lot of developments in the 19 teens that change the way Christmas decorating is being made. Again, a lot of Christmas decorations from Germany are thrown out during World War I, and a lot of decorations just start to change a little bit. But we're going to focus on the happier time of the 1920s before things really go downhill in the 1930s, and we have very few new Christmas things. But today, not a hat box, a dress box. Grace's was a very popular ladies store in Nashville, where I live, and this is a 1920s Grace's box. I found that in a estate sale. It's in pretty good shape. Just think it's really fun. And in our box of goodies, there's a lot of things to look at. In the 19 teens and the 1920s, the electric lights became more available and popular. These are some of the first available Christmas lights. They're just kind of tinted, regular Edison light bulbs on a string. These come out in the teens, and a lot of people didn't have electricity as a general rule historically, so these tie over into the 1920s. But this is really the first kind of electric light bulb that you're going to see on a Christmas tree. These are pretty bright and they get really, really hot, so you have to be really careful. Christmas has always been a bit of a fire hazard. But by the 1920s, you start seeing some smaller options come out and some pretty cool boxes. With fun-shaped light bulbs. They kind of got real creative in the 20s with their light bulbs, and these are not general shapes like we think of today, like you saw earlier in the 1920s and 30s. They're more geometric in design. So Christmas lights become much more prevalent in the 19 teens and the 1920s as privatized electricity becomes more available. Of course, people bring in those Christmas lights as a status symbol. Something that's very, very popular again in World War I is patriotic themed Christmas decorations, lots of flags and patriotic motifs, a Christmas angel supporting America, supporting the cause. One of the worst things to come out in the 1920s is angel hair. Now, it's not as bad as our shredded asbestos snow, but it is spun glass. So it is like insulation. If you've ever installed insulation, how itchy it gets in your skin and it just makes you break out. This is a fake snow called angel hair, and I would open this up and show you guys how it behaves, but I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It is disgusting. It really is just real fine spun glass. It looks like cotton candy, and it was a popular way of putting like snow on your tree before flocking became available. In the teens and 20s, you start to see a lot more commercialized Christmas decorations coming out. Lots of glass beads combining baubles in the middle. Again, more glass beads combining a bauble or a regular shiny bright light bulb in the middle. Of course, shiny bright like ornaments that are foiled on the inside are very popular. If you'll remember in the 1940s, those foils were rations, so you don't see the shiny brights being as shiny, but in the 20s, it was all about the bling. Christmas houses, Putz houses, became popular in the 20s. They're cardboard. They're little snow villages that are covered in glitter or sand. Sometimes the thing for the Christmas castle that I followed said to coat it in sand, but that was real messy and I didn't want to do that. So you can coat your Christmas castle with sand if you want to, and these little putsy houses are real fun to make. They're just cardboard, and you can make any design you want to if you really want to get crafty with it. Santa Claus is starting to show up and be red and green. This is a cute little decoration made out of pipe cleaners and a little Santa head. And then children's activity books start having more Christmas-themed activities. This comes from a 1920s, 30s children's activity book. My dad actually made this for me, and it's one of my favorite Christmas decorations. I took the book to him, and we copied it, and he cut it out and made it. So it's one of my favorite things that I actually own because he made it. But this is copied directly after a children's activity book from the 1920s. Of course, the stock market will crash hard in the 1929 stock market crash, and the things go south in the 1930s. So all of these things were very expensive for the 1920s Christmas, and in the 1930s, you really don't see as much going on as in the middle of the Depression. CCC and WPA do provide a little assistance, but as a whole, you don't see a lot of new Christmas decorations coming out. But we'll do that hat box still. It's a smaller hat box than our Grace's dress box was today. Hope you enjoyed that little traipse down Christmas memory lane and from the 1920s, and hope you guys are staying safe and having happy holidays. So stay safe, y'all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.